Hey guys, welcome back once again. Now, for this part, I'm actually very excited because we're going to take some of our previous knowledge we've learned and we're going to actually combine everything together. Now, what we're going to discuss is how to improve your website performance and load time. Now, remember, when we talked earlier about the connection of website, we talked about it in two phases, and then we discussed phase one, and then we discussed phase two. Now, remember that the phase two, the client is going to send info make trip to the web servers, and then the web server is going to send it the server the website files, which is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So it's going to send all of that back to the client. So now, how are we going to actually use this to improve our website performance and load time? Now, I want you to think of that just for a minute without continuing. Just pause and think about that for a minute. That okay, with everything I've learned, combining it together, how can I use this to improve my website performance and load time? You must have clearly seen that some websites, when you go there, they're very fast, maybe just 1 to 2 seconds load, but some you have to wait for eternity. Like, damn! Okay, so without wasting your time, let's look into that. Now, how to improve your website performance and load. Now, number one thing is the server location. So let's say I'm in Nigeria currently, and then I have my server located in Nigeria. Now, my website would be relatively faster for someone in Nigeria compared to someone in, let's say, Ethiopia, or let's say the United States, or let's say even New Zealand, because the location. Now, the way the internet is built is to share information very fast. It's still going to be fast, especially when I'm if I'm using a maybe a 4G network, etc. It's still going to be fast, but then there'll still be a bit of difference. Now let's move on. Now remember, there are lots of trips that are being made to and fro to the server sometimes. Remember when we checked our trace routes earlier, in which we traced made a trace route on google.com, we can see it's there were various jumps in between front and back. Now reducing that would actually help increase the load time and the website performance. Now, the size of the files. Now, the size of the files is also something that is very, very important. Whenever you're writing your files, when you have large files, it takes longer for it to get to the client, and it takes longer for the client to actually render that particular file size. Okay, so what are the solutions to this? Now, concerning server location, one thing to help with that are CDNs, which are also called which are content delivery networks. So these are basically servers that would are strategically located at different places, and then you can actually put your website files on them, and then they help you. So let's say currently I'm from Nigeria, and someone that is the United States is requesting for my website files. So what the CDN does is, okay, if it has a server that is located at a place that is um closer to the United States, it's going to send that instead of sending all the way from Nigeria here. All right, so what about the server trip? So what you can do is use optimization fixes and catches. So this basically would help in when your website files, let's say the catch, your website files, a part of it are already stored on the browser, so it doesn't have to start making fresh requests, full requests, to the server all the time. So, and there are many optimization fixes you can make to reduce your website, the amount of trips being sent front and back. And then the last is concerning the size of the file, reduce the file size. Whether there are lots of ways in this, you can minify your CSS, your JavaScript. There are a lot of things you can do. And now, when you start implementing all this, you will notice an improve in your website performance and your load time. So, I hope you've actually enjoyed this particular lesson. So, without any further ado, let's move on into the